And I think today we're going to traverse most orientations. Okay, and our focus is on um, forward bending physically, and hopefully we may get to a posture called Maha Mudra, which is a posture that we stay in for a while. And then we're revisiting this beautiful chant, which I'm going to share on the screen now, that many people know. Um, so this translation, may all beings everywhere be peaceful, happy, and free. Um, a simpler translation might be, may all beings everywhere be easeful. So um, I'm going to just start chanting this. Usually we do call and response, but I'm just going to chant it a few times. It just, you can listen and join in if you wish. We do it a few times. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Twice more. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. And then 2 times through Om Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good. All the creatures everywhere. So can we do one thing on our back to start with? Okay, to let the spine relax, let the breath be free, to open, to gently request the opening of the back of the body and legs. So lie on your back as you're ready with your knees bent, soles of your feet on the floor. And let's try this. We're going to start with your elbows will be bent and your hands will rest on your lower ribs, upper belly. Okay. And so, for a moment, feel the settling of your skeleton. And letting the power of your attention turn towards breathing for a couple moments, just welcoming breath into awareness. Good. Now, as you inhale, you're going to open your arms out to the side onto the floor. So your elbows might stay in place and you just extend the arms. The arms could be lengthened or bent some. And then exhale, just come back, hands to the ribs, starting rather simply. So again, the inhale opens the arms gradually. And exhale, returns your hands to the ribs. And continue like this now a couple times. letting the movement of the breath initiate the movement of the body. Beautiful. Okay, good. Now we're going to pause the next time your hands come in, and the arms will keep doing this movement and rhythm, and we'll add the legs. So first, again, start with the inhale, opening the arms. Now when you exhale, just bring your left knee towards your chest, and you could bring your hands onto the knee if you wish, or stay with your hands on your ribs, either way. Inhale, set the foot down gradually as you again open the arms, and then alternate legs. That's it. And go like this a couple more times. Beautiful. Let's say you do one more after this one. The next time you inhale, just leave your arms there for a moment, feet down, hands resting. Feel the openness of the front of your body to this space, and the openness of the back of your body to the floor and the earth. And now we'll do one more thing here. Bring your left knee towards your chest. So, yeah, and place just your left hand on your left knee. Start with, so the hand can be um, pivoted so that your fingers point in the same direction as your toes. Start with the elbow bent and the thigh towards the front of your body. You're going to keep your hand on the knee. Now, as you inhale, you're going to lengthen your left foot towards the sky, and the arm might lengthen some too. And then exhale, gradually bending the knee, and the thigh comes towards your chest. That's it. So explore that 3, maybe 4 times. The foot can be either relaxed or flexed. There are different ways to do that, with a focus on the primacy of the breath. Yeah, beautiful. What do you feel in your hamstrings, the back of your leg this morning? And the next time you fold in, you could let that be and set the foot down. And we'll try the other side. This is a movement I saw taught quite a bit at the yoga therapy clinic in India when I did my internship there. It's very simple but very powerful. So right hand to right knee, and let this side be its own thing. It may be similar or different to the first side, and that's okay. That's it. If you know Ujjayi breathing, you could let that be present. Letting the breath movement maybe start a moment before the body actually starts to move. As you explore this a couple more times. Good. If you're just finishing, you could do one more. Okay. And when that completes, set your feet down, hands can rest wherever you like. And we pause for a moment and just feel the energy that has been stirred or galvanized in the body. Very good. Let's bring the knees to the chest and place right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee, knees towards the chest. And now as you inhale and both feet seek the sky, let the arms reach a little more overhead on the floor where the arms are supported. Nice. And exhale, bend the knees, the hands return to the knees, sinking the thighs towards your chest pleasantly. And we'll do this exchange, inhaling, extending, exhale, bending, a couple more times. Okay. After you finish this or the next one, you can let that be and take a easy transition for you rolling to one side. I'd like to explore special breathing and then we'll put it into our asana flow. So come to a comfortable seated posture. A little prelude for this is a breathing technique you really can do any time of year, but it can be especially helpful in the summer months. So with a little glimmer of hope, we'll so let's establish this in a couple layers. First, we'll do the movement of the head. So start with your head gently bowed. As you inhale, let's breathe in through the nose and tilt your head up. It doesn't have to be an extreme, just gentle. Exhale, gradually bowing your head. Like that a couple times. So inhaling, feel where the breath goes inside your body. As the head tilts up, exhaling, gently drawing in the lower abdomen towards your spine. Again, like that. Okay, now when you finish this one, we'll add this. We're going to do two ways. One is Shitkari breathing. So you open your lips and you breathe across the tongue. The tongue is resting inside of your lower teeth, okay? So let's all try that first. So lips are open. As you tilt your head and breathe in, you're breathing across your tongue. There might be a little hissing sound. Now close the mouth, exhale through the nose, Ujjayi. You could do this with your eyes closed if you like. Inhaling, breathing across the tongue. You may feel a cooling effect across the tongue. Exhale, closing the mouth, moistening the tongue, bowing, Ujjayi. Nice. Okay. Now pause a moment. We can continue with that. If you're able to do this next gesture of your tongue where you you wrap the edges of your tongue up to make a tube, Shitali. So either that or the one we just did. Eyes closed, breathe in through or across the tongue. Maybe pause a little bit after inhale. Exhale, bow the head. Please, once or twice more. Doesn't have to be so strong, but you clearly are drawing in your belly gradually as you exhale. Good. And when you finish this one, after exhale, just let your head come to center. Relax your tongue, the root of the tongue down into the throat, even like the tongue is somehow connected to your tail. And just pause a moment, let the breath be free and respond to that. Okay, friends, so let's open the eyes when you're ready, transition to all fours. And I think we'll put these two together right away. So we're going to come to all fours, alternating between all fours back bend and child's posture. So please start on all fours with a neutral spine, gazing into the floor as if it were a pond. You'd see your face, good. Now, as you inhale and lift your chest, you can breathe across or through the tongue. Do the same breathing. As you exhale and bow your head, shift your pelvis all the way towards your heels. Bow your head until your head rests near or onto the floor. That's it. So inhaling, the head, you're breathing through the tongue. As you lift the chest at the end of inhale, the head is tilted up. Exhale, close the mouth, breathe through the nose, bowing the heart and the head into a kneeling forward bend. Yeah, you've got this. So explore this a couple more times for yourself. Good. Okay. And when you finish this one, settle in a position that's restful for you for a moment. Let go of the special breathing and just feel and be for a moment. Okay, friends. So we're going to just come to standing and explore a few movements here in standing. So take your own simple transition to standing. I think we're going to come right away into Warrior One. So if you're using a mat, you can stand towards the back of your mat, starting in Samastiti or basic standing posture. You can turn out your right hip and foot 30 degrees, 40 or so. Step your left foot forward. So your pelvis is facing forward, starting with both legs extended or long. Let's begin with a nyasa, placing the right hand, the left hand over the right, over the heart area. Okay, so we tune into the flow, the current of breathing. As you inhale now, you're going to bend the front knee gradually and raise your arms forward and up. Back leg is long, front knee bent. As you exhale, lengthening the front leg as you return the hands to the heart. Okay? So that's basically it. Inhaling, coming into Warrior One. Can you pause comfortably after the inhale? Exhale, drawing in the belly towards the back as you return hands to the heart. Can you go like that again? You're following your own breath. Good. Now this next time you go in, stay a breath. Okay, so going in on the inhale, stay for exhaling, drawing in the abdomen. Staying for the inhale, expanding the chest. When you exhale, come back to the heart. Good. You release the gesture, step the front foot to the back, Samastiti. Okay, and we go to the other side. Turn out left a little bit, not too much. Right foot forward. So you feel like it's a big stance, but not extreme for you, okay? So whatever that feels like for you, feel the surface of the soles of both feet connected into the ground. Start with both legs straight. Okay, so we're doing dynamic. Hands over the heart. It's behind your hands in the center of your chest is the seed of inhale. Let it expand, inhaling, and expands out through the gesture of your body. Pause. Savor the energy of inhale. Exhale, drawing the belly, come back, hands to the heart. Good. So you go like this in your own timing, in and out, dynamic. Good. Good. Now, keep going in your own pace. After you finish the one you're on, this next one, go in and stay for a breath. Ujjayi breathing, pausing after inhale. Good. Each has their own timing when you complete that. Release the gesture, step the front foot to the back, pause, notice for a moment. Good. Okay, so let's do some forward bending now. Uttanasana, we'll start with that. So we're going to now inhale and raise the arms from the front. So at the peak of your gesture, the palms are facing forward. Exhale, keep the spine and the arms long, bend forward. At the end of your forward bend, release your hands and your head and your heart. Nice. Now reverse that. Inhale, lengthen and lift the arms, extend the spine, rise back to standing, overhead reach. Exhale, simply the arms lower as you practice exhale technique in the belly. Good. Like this again. Inhaling, raise the arms. Exhale, belly draws in, bending forward. Perhaps you can pause after the exhale. Inhale comes into the center of the chest and lengthens and lifts the chest, the arms, leading. Nice. Exhale, the arms come down. Can we do that again and stay a breath, focusing on the possibility of pausing after inhale? So inhale, lifts the arms. You do this at your timing. Exhale, bend forward. Stay a breath there. Explore the end of exhalation. Let the breath pause if comfortable. Next inhale, come back up. Good. Okay, friends, can we do this one more time and staying 2 breaths in the forward bend, pausing after exhale, if comfortable. Go ahead when you're ready. So as you stay, when you inhale, there might be a slight floating up of the chest away from the thighs to create some space through the inhale. And then when you exhale and draw in the belly, you're relaxing the heart and the head and resting in the valley after exhale. Beautiful. Eventually an inhale will carry you back up. Good. When you finish, pause a moment and let yourself be just relatively quiet so you can feel the more subtle effects in your energetic system. Okay, friends, so I want to explore a little bit of side bending. I want to keep it really, really simple. We're focusing on the origin of the physical movements with it, which is breathing. So if you're using a mat, you might face the wide side of your mat. Take a wide stance for you, wide but not extreme. So that's relative to what you feel in terms of stability and ease. Legs are basically parallel. If there's any slipping at all, then use a mat or don't go as wide, okay? Let's start with the arms down, just, just hanging like jungle vines or grapevines. As you inhale now, slowly let the arms discover the horizon. As you exhale and draw in your belly, you're reaching equally into the sky and the earth, side bending. Inhale in the center of the chest, gradually returns your spine to vertical. And then the other side, exhaling, belly is drawing in, reaching into the sky and the earth with your hands. Inhale, come back to vertical. Now exhale, lower your arms and let's bend the knees forward a little bit. That's it, right? So let's try this again. You can go at your own pace or follow me. Inhaling, the arms are gradually finding shoulder height horizon. Yes, your body knows where that is. Exhale, bending sideways. Inhale, focus in the center of your chest. Inhale, expands the body back to vertical. Yes. Go to the other side, exhaling. Inhaling, come back to center. And when you exhale and lower your arms, also bend your knees a little bit forward. And then lengthen. Okay, we're going to go like this one more time. And if it's okay in your back, etc., how about if you stay a breath, long, beautiful breath on each side. So same pattern, staying a breath. Okay, so begin when your breath is ready, please. Good. Wow, good. Okay, some are still finishing. When you finish, would you place your hands on the outside of your hips? Inhale, lift the chest and draw your shoulder blades together and lift the chest a little bit. Now exhale, let's bend forward in this wide stance. Slide your hands down your legs, bending forward until you bow into a full forward bend, comfortable. Good. Let the breath continue now. So we're going to, on your next exhale, can you walk your hands over towards one leg or foot? So you're in a forward bend, but there's a little bit of a side bend twist. The forehead's orienting towards the leg. Stay a breath there. And when you feel an inhale, kind of let the spine spring back to center, and then the exhale will lead you to the other side. You can keep the leg that you're going towards. You may want to bend or keep it longer. What's your comfort? That'll determine it. The forehead and nose gently bow towards the leg so the back of the neck is able to lengthen. Stay a breath. Good. On an inhale, when it comes, let it spring you back to center and stay for one more exhale right in the center. And then either sliding your hands back up or reaching your arms wide, let it inhale, carry you back to standing. Exhale, arms lower, bend your knees. Okay, and you can either jump or step your feet underneath your pelvis. Good. We pause for just a moment in simple standing. Very good. Let's come to, we're going to come to all fours, do a little bit of vinyasa. I mean, it's all vinyasa, right? It means a special placement, but we'll link a few postures together. So let's start in child's posture when you get there, okay? So in a way, what we're doing is with breath-based asana, we're letting that which is invisible become visible, right? The movement of prana and breath emerges through the physical body. So let's start now with what we did at the beginning. We'll leave the tongue breathing out for now. As you inhale, you're going to gradually come to all fours, the sternum lifts, the head tilts up. Draw your toes under this time, and if you're ready, downward dog, exhale. Push the ground away, pelvis rises, bowing the head. Okay, and then we're going to inhale, bring the knees back to the floor, lift the chest. Exhale back to Vajrasana, forward bend, or child's posture. Okay, that's our basic pattern. And we'll add a couple things as we repeat this. So could you go again like that, staying a breath in downward dog. Exhale, good. So when you stay, you're gonna, on inhale, focus on the expansion of the chest as the primary focus. And then exhale, the drawing in of the area from pubis to navel. Good. And then the inhale carries your knees back down. Lifting of the sternum. Exhale, yielding back into a folded place. Rest a moment. Okay, so now let's go again. And let me just explain this first. We can either do leg lifts, or if that's not appropriate, you can stay an extra breath, stay 2 breaths in downward dog. Okay, so when ready, let your inhale draw you up to all fours, lift the sternum, toes spread and tuck under, and exhale, pelvis rises, heels reach. Good, now inhaling, reach one leg back and up, push equally with the arms. Exhale, lower the foot as the pelvis elevates. Inhale, push with both arms and reach through the leg, back and up. Exhale, coming down. Good. Now stay, if you can, inhaling and exhaling. And then next inhale, lower your knees to the floor, sternum floats. And exhale, bow into child's posture. Beautiful. Okay, so we take a moment there, and then when you're ready, you can transition and come and lie on your back. So after doing that partial inversion where the head's below the heart for some time, it's good to just rest in a simple, supported, neutral spine. Legs can be either bent or long per your comfort. And just notice what's percolating in your body. What is the sensory map of your body revealing to you? what we're learning, that there are all these um, organisms, for example, in our digestive system that we rely on actually for our health. So may all beings in all realms be peaceful, happy, and free, even the little community of organisms that support us, within us and around us. Friends, when you're ready, would you bend your knees and plant the soles of your feet on the floor? First, we're going to do dynamic or moving Supta Baddha Konasana, and then we'll stay. So that if you bring your soles of your feet are on the floor and you bring your feet and your knees next to each other's. Okay? Yeah, so you start that way. And if your shoulders are generally okay, you could interweave your fingers and place your hands below your navel. Okay? Interlace your fingers and place your hands below your navel. Or keep your hands apart on either side of your pelvis. Okay? Now, as we inhale, we're going to invert the palms, raise the arms, and open the legs into diamond posture, butterfly. Raise your arms all the way overhead so the little fingers touch the floor or come close. That's it. Exhale, bring the arms back down and close your legs. Yeah, so keep your feet on the floor. So again, as you inhale, the arms go overhead as you open into this diamond shape. Now when you come back, exhale, draw on your belly for 1 or 2 seconds. Then close the legs and the arms. So let the exhale movement precede the body movement. Beautiful. Would you explore this a couple more times? And you don't have to open the legs all the way. Partial opening and closing is excellent too. So we're not only building flexibility, but there's strength here. Strength. We do this one more time. The breath is comfortably long and smooth. Okay, now after this next exhale, when you inhale, return into the posture at the pace of your breath, and close your eyes and stay for 2 or 3 breaths. If there's any strain, then you can come out, or if you need to release your hands apart, find your comfort. Stay and focus on the sensation and the long, smooth breathing. As you inhale, slightly bow your head towards, your head rests on the floor, but you're tipping the head so the chin comes towards the base of the throat. A little bit of Jalandhara Bandha, so the neck is long. After 2 or 3 breaths, you'll exit the posture as you did before. Good. And when you come out of that, I think it would be fruitful to just come into Shavasana for a moment. Legs could be bent or long. Extend the arms, maybe the legs. And just a moment to feel. This is a very strong posture, very powerful for the health of all the functioning of the pelvis, urogenital, etc. And just feel the flow of energy and sensation, or whatever your experience is, for a moment. Wow, beautiful. You're so smooth and focused in that. Let's do a counter pose to make sure the low back's okay. When you're ready, would you bring your knees to your chest like we did before? Right to right knee, left hand to left knee. Start with your thighs towards the front of your body. And let's do Urdhva Prasrita Padasana. Inhale, the feet go to the sky, arms overhead. And exhale, come back, hands to knees, knees bending, knees to chest, Apanasana. Try this again with the feet just slightly apart, but straight up into the sky. Beautiful. Now we'll do this 3 or 4 more times. Each time when you inhale and extend your legs, open the legs into a little bit of a V, the next time a little bit more, next time a little bit more. So again, we're working on not just stretching, but stability and strength. So we keep the pelvis healthy. Beautiful. So as one of my teachers said, stretch, don't strain. He wasn't even talking about the body, but it applies here. Now, the next time you open your legs, you could put your hands on the inside of your thighs or knees or touch your ankles or feet where it's really easy. Stay a couple breaths. When you exhale, you do a micro bend of the knees and elbows. When you inhale, you extend a little bit through the heels and the elbows and knees lengthen. So exhaling, there's a micro bending of the middle joints of the limbs. Inhaling, there's a lengthening. And then eventually exhale, just bend the knees entirely and come back to Apanasana, legs together and towards the chest. Okay, good. And then set the feet on the floor. And again, we pause. This alternation between the active phase of the asana and the receptive phase, so important. Kind of the yang and yin of yoga. What comes to the foreground when you pause? Sometimes it might be a body experience, or a memory might be jostled somewhere in our movement, in emotion, something we appreciate. Okay, friends, so let's say that that's a good little section here on the floor. When you're ready, just take your time, roll to one side, and we'll come to sitting. So I'm going to suggest just simple cross-legged posture, if that's comfortable. If that's not, you could do kneel sitting with a stool or sit on a chair. Most important thing is your pelvis and spine, the legs, okay? So sit so your spine can be comfortably vertical. Good. And then if you have, put your hand on the back of your skull. If you have hair, you might want to just sweetly, like, like a mother tiger might grab her cub by the neck, but there's a slight pull up. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when you get body work and someone gives you that little bit of traction and you're like, oh my God. So that sort of direction. All right, and then rest your arms. So let's close the eyes and start the breath, and then we'll let the movement come out of that. So as you inhale, focus on the beautiful space inside of your chest, receiving inhale. And towards the end, it will travel down into the upper and lower abdomen, pelvis. Then when you exhale, this region from the pubis to the navel is drawing in a kind of pleasant hollowing. So like that. Inhaling, chest expands, ribs gradually flare, and the spine lengthens. Exhale, lower abdomen flowing in. Ujjayi, if you know that technique. One more time like that. Now, could you continue that And slightly pause after the inhale and exhale. Just propose a slight pause after inhaling and after exhaling. Okay, now that continues on your next inhale. You're going to extend your arms out to the side. Let them unfurl. Now, when you exhale, turn to one side. Place your hand to the opposite leg and the other hand behind you. Turn your whole spine. Now stay there. Inhale, lift the chest a little bit, slightly unwind. Exhale, draw in the belly and re-enter the twist. Stay again for another breath. Eyes are closed. Breathing in, unwind and lift the sternum a little. Exhale, belly flows in, gently deepen. On your next inhale, unwind, extend the arms sideways. When you exhale, just settle the arms down. Okay, so like that. When ready, again, inhaling, the spine extends, the arms expand. Exhale, turning, hand to opposite leg, other hand behind your back. Can you close your eyes? Let the eyes rest. Inhale technique, chest. Exhale technique, low belly. Then reduce the effort. Let there be more breath support. Muscles are helping, but not dominating. Super. On your next inhale, let it unwind you. The arms gradually unfurl wide. Spine springs back to center. When you exhale, let the hands come down. Rest the arms fully. If you'd like, bring your palms together. I'd like us to touch on Maha Mudra. So the main thing again is your spine, is not the arrangement of the legs. So let's try this. Let's keep the legs crossed, or if you're sitting in a chair, you'd move your feet and knees a little wider than normal maybe. So you can release the Namaste gesture. So you're going to now be vertical, right? And what you're going to do, maybe you take the middle finger of one hand on your navel and then the middle finger of your other hand on your nose, okay? So what we're doing is we're turning the nose and the navel towards the knee. If you're really wide with your knees and cross-legged, you might want to cross your legs more into a square pose so your knees aren't quite as wide. But there's this idea that the spine is vertical, but there's a rotation in the spine, right? And then you tilt in the hip joints, you tilt the spine forward without rounding the lower back. Take your hands onto your knee with the elbows gently extended. So there's a slight tilt. Yeah, so the arms will be straight. Arms will be straight on your knee. Yeah, so yeah, lean, there you go. Beautiful. So now bring the chin in towards the base of the throat. Close your eyes. Breathing in, long and smooth, expanding. Pause a little. Stay there, exhale. Belly flows in. Little pause. Stay there now for at least 2 more breaths. Maha Mudra. Good. Now, next inhale, let yourself unwind and come back to simple sitting in the center. Relax the hands of both legs. Okay, this posture is said to help find the proper distance between the energy centers of the body, the chakras, and also the organs. Pretty subtle. So let's again, so fingers to the nose and navel, gentle turn, and then it's a little tilt, right? And we bring the hands to the knee. And then if your elbows are bent, you're going to keep your hands on your knee and lean back until your elbows are extended. Bring the back of the head up and the chin towards the base of the throat. Close your eyes. Inhaling, there's a slight feeling of arching the middle back. Exhale, there's a drawing in of the low belly. Active and relaxed at the same time. Stay for 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, let your spine spring back to center. Leave your eyes closed and rest your arms and shoulders. Rest in the feeling for a moment. Okay, we'll try a couple counter poses now. So you could either extend your legs in front of you or bring the soles of the feet together. If you're sitting in a chair, you can just leave your feet on the floor. We're going to inhale. When you exhale, just bend forward in whatever arrangement of your legs is comfortable. Okay. Stay for a breath. And then we're going to let the inhale bring you back up to vertical. And then exhale again, bending forward. Allow the head to bow, the chest to relax. Stay a couple breaths this time if comfortable. Okay. And then an inhale can carry you out of that when you're ready. And I think it would be helpful after doing Maha Mudra to rest a little bit on the back. So when you're ready, would you come and lie on your back? Legs can be bent or extended. We come into Shavasana for a moment. So it's actually a rather demanding posture to stay for a while like that, right? So we give the spine and the system a rest. As you settle, just as allowing the bones to kind of sink into the support of the earth, so muscles have a chance to rest. Set the breath free now, no special technique, just the friendship and flow of breathing, the flow of prana, cleansing, nourishing, knowing what to do, where to go. And as you rest, you could call to mind an animal or a plant that you're particularly connected to or fond of. See what may come to mind or heart. An animal or a plant that you feel a connection to or admire or find beautiful somehow. And then bringing that, the feeling of that connection into your heart area. and letting that be there in you and with you. Bring awareness to your legs for a moment as you feel the breath come and go, awareness of the legs. After an exhalation, move awareness into your pelvis, awareness of the pelvis and breathing. After an exhale completes, move to the low back and abdomen, offering 1 or 2 breaths to the low back, abdomen. After an exhale completes, move to the chest and heart region, offering 1 or 2 breaths here. After exhale, awareness moves into shoulders, arms, and hands, offering 1 or 2 breaths to the shoulders, arms, and hands. After exhale finishes, to the throat and neck region, throat and neck, offering 1 or 2 breaths. And then after exhale, moving awareness into the head and the face, offering 1 or 2 breaths here. And then letting awareness spread through your whole body, physical, the energy that enlivens you, offering 1 or 2 breaths to your whole self, your whole self. Then offering 1 or 2 breaths to the animal or plant that you brought into your heart. And then offering a couple of breaths to all beings in all realms. Feeling ourselves as these beings, the one in the many, and the many in the one. When you're ready now, you can let your arms be lifted and floating into the sky on an inhale. And exhale, you could bring your palms over your eyes and rest there for a breath. Then on an inhale again, you could float your arms out into space wherever they want to go. And then when you exhale, bring the hands to your heart region, and remain there for a breath. And then one more time on an inhale, arms float. And exhale, they come to rest and bless your abdomen and lower body. And then when you're ready, you could bend your knees if your legs are long. Open your eyes if you'd like. Roll to one side and really take your time. If you want to linger on the floor, that's fine. And you can either rest on your side or come to sitting. And we'll just return to our chant for just a few repetitions. If you want to listen, that's fine, or listen and join, either way. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you. Yes, thank you. May you be peaceful, happy, and free. Much care to everybody. Keep those any sharings that you're prompted to send my way. I'm happy to receive in whatever form. Telepathic, email, right now saying goodbye, or slip into the rest of your day. Have a great weekend, everybody.